Hello and welcome back to DR Sports for another edition of Good Morning Qatar. Myself, AGT, and the boy Flex in his full away kit today, looking like a real G. How are we doing, brother?
I'm sad, man.
Why are you sad?
I'm sad because you're going tomorrow.
I know, man.
I'm sad.
I know.
My partner in crime.
I'm sad as well, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
How many videos have we done together
Countless.
this trip, man? It's been unbelievable.
Countless. I never thought I would be this... get on this well with someone who supports Liverpool.
Do you know what? Me too.
Liverpool
the
mates,
feeling is mutual.
You're all right, man.
You're all right too.
It's
brother.
not true what they say.
We've had a good old time, haven't we? We've got some funny stories as well, haven't we?
Yeah,
we'll have to save them for another time. But big up to you guys for staying with us and watching us every single morning. Even like my dad, right? My dad every single morning he watches this show.
Big up,
right? Big up
man.
to man like JT.
Big up.
What a night yesterday it was for England, especially. You were at the game, 3-0 against Senegal. I wanted to take a small moment just to appreciate Jordan Henderson.
Oh, of course
I'm not just doing it because he's Liverpool captain, of course, but I think there's been a lot, and you made a really good point when we were chatting about this off air a minute ago. There's been a lot of hoorah about don't start him, etc., etc.
Yep.
Maybe at the last World Cup it was Sterling.
Yep.
We've had it with other players that been under the spotlight of England. But to get the first goal and to lead that team through as the vice captain last night, he was almost the leader on the pitch. I mean, you guys were telling me you could hear him shouting. I just wanted to read off a couple of stats, right? So 100% duels won, 100% long ball accuracy, 100% shot accuracy, 89% pass accuracy, 55 touches, 8 accurate final third passes, 8 ball recoveries, 4 tackles, 2 crosses, 1 shot, 1 goal. Now, whatever you want to say about Jordan Henderson as a leader, this is why he plays Flex. This is why he's in the team. And look at what Bellingham said about him last night. It just shows to everyone you can't just judge people from the pubs back home.
Good morning and welcome to COP TV. This is where we dissect all of the Liverpool performances.
I just felt like I had to, though. It was about time.
No, listen, as much as it's international football, especially when a player's been wronged and he's one of yours, I would do the same if that was a Rashford.
Rashford.
Or, you know,
how he's turned
exactly. Harry Maguire, shocking in the first 20 minutes, but then he was all right. On Jordan Henderson, 100% agree with you. He was really good yesterday, and you know what? He was really good in the game before that as well. When Gareth brought him in against Wales, and it's questionable because you're actually taking out an attacking midfielder in Mason Mount, and you're replacing him with someone like Henderson. And what Gareth is doing, which I don't think a lot of people are giving him credit for because they're too busy moaning about all the other things, he's playing one defensive midfielder. He's playing Declan Rice as sitting by himself, and he's saying to Jude, Bellingham and Henderson, you get forward as 2/8. Yeah. And Henderson might not be synonymous with that. Third man runs, arriving late into the box, good finish. But he did it. He's doing what we were asking Mount to be doing in them first couple of games. So, yeah, a good performance in the end by England. First 20 minutes. It's concerning that we start slow. That is concerning. Before the piece of magic by the guy we haven't spoke about, Jude Bellingham. Your guy did well, but Jude Bellingham was the star.
He's my guy as well, man.
Of yesterday. Yeah, exactly. You think he's basically a Liverpool player already. These Liverpool fans, honestly.
If it doesn't happen now, it's the biggest tease ever, man. He's got to come.
He was unbelievable. He was unreal, and he has announced himself at this World Cup already at 19 years of age to say, I'm up there with the best right now, especially in this bit of form. The way he conducts himself on and off the pitch, the way he puts in performances and just does things with simplicity, doesn't overcomplicate what he's doing. I think with players like Jude Bellingham, you can expect absolutely everything out of it and expect them to be beating a player and pulling out Rabonas and his actual best attribute, what I think he's doing is he just plays the game so simply. Yeah. And he's so strong and powerful. So yeah, good performance for England in the end, dispatched of Senegal with ease. Few nervy moments. It could have been different in that first half an hour. You know what I mean? Jason was sitting there thinking, whoa, you know what? Senegal were in a couple of times. Yep. We were nervy on the ball. Stones' distribution in between the line into midfield wasn't good. Harry Maguire lost the ball a couple of times. Ismail Assar, nutmeg flipping Kyle Walker, giving him a couple of problems. It wasn't perfect for the first 20 minutes, but those two players that you spoke about there, and Phil Foden as well, made us cruise to victory, man.
Incredible. Yeah. Now, if you look back at what's happened so far, right, England have wiped away Iran, they've drawn to the US, they've beaten Wales, and now they've beaten Senegal. Do you think it's time to get excited, or would you say, let's beat France first, and then we can really ramp up the excitement?
Yeah, I think... I always like a balance between, it's a World Cup, they come every 4 years, and enjoy the moments that you go through.
Every game.
I'm not really one... that likes to suck the joy out of everything, like, especially because we're actually here as well. But it's even if the same if you're at home and you're watching game by game, but there's still a cap. I think you can still contain it a bit. I think be happy that we dispatched of Senegal, we dispatched of Wales and things like that, but we should do. We should do with the players we got. We should do. That's why I wouldn't go overboard. I'll be like, you know what, well done, Gareth. I can't ask much more than you've done in this tournament so far. Top the group comfortably. Round of 16, won the game, 3-0, clean sheet.
As expected.
As expected. Now it's France. So now what I'm expecting is to not change up the tactics and get scared and revert back to the stuff that we can label at Gareth's doorstep of maybe being too pragmatic and not, go in with our full strengths. And I don't want to see us revert back to a back five. And I want to say, right, Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker, there's Dembele, there's Mbappé. Go win that individual battle for 95 minutes, 100 minutes, in this World Cup, and then we'll have a good chance of being able to bring in Saka to the game, bring in Bellingham to the game, unleash Foden, unleash Kane, get him to... Do you know what I mean? Because we got threats of our own, bro. Like, anyone could beat anyone. And what I've seen about this World Cup is that, you look at all the teams that England can play. It's a bit tough route to the final in terms of the nations, but anyone could beat anyone. I don't think there's a real, oh my God, that team's wiping the floor with everyone. Have you seen them? There isn't that. So England can beat France. They can.
In a one-match game, across, like you say, 95, 100 minutes, it can be done, right?
Yeah.
And I was at the France game last night, and everything was going down Mbappe's side. Yeah. Now, if England do manage to contain Mbappe, which is a massive
Which is easier said than done.
Very easier said than done. Then I do think there is a chance they can win the game, right? Sorry for the noises behind us. There are some children playing, which we can't help, obviously. They're probably excited about the quarter-final.
Exactly.
But I think, having watched the game last night, I have to say a massive hats off, congratulations to Olivier Giroud for becoming the out-and-out now all-time France leading goal scorer, even though he missed an absolute sitter before it.
He scores the hard one.
But he scores the hard one, and Mbappe scores 2 amazing goals. Yeah. They really were powerful.
And he was before he scores that first goal,
the best game.
Mate, I saw him jogging, sorry, walking.
Well.
Yeah, I was looking at his attitude. I'm like, I was saying to the guy next to me, watch, I was like, look at him, he don't even want to get back. Why is he not even in the camera shot yet? He's sulking because he just messed up his touch, and he does that. He drifts in and out of games. Matty Cash is probably looking at it like, I done all right.
Matty Cash had a good game.
I done all right against him. I went toe to toe, but like you said, man, not that the goals were even his fault, by the way, but you just can't lock him off completely. No. You can't. It's too hard.
Absolutely. Right, let's get into the games today then. Japan, Croatia.
Yes.
And of course, Brazil versus South Korea as well. I'm going to the Japan-Croatia game. I think you're heading off to Brazil-Korea.
Yeah.
This will be the 3rd World Cup meeting between Japan and Croatia, with Japan winless and goalless in the previous 2, a 1-0 defeat in '98 and a goalless draw in 2006. But Croatia have lost. Now this is impressive. They've only lost 2 of their last 8 knockout games at the World Cup. They also progressed from the 2 such games that finished as draws and penalties in 2018. Versus Denmark in the round of 16 and Russia in the quarter-final. So they're a team that you can't write off. They're a team, as we've spoken about so many times, so much experience, so much quality. Can they sneak through into a quarter-final and then maybe even go further than
Croatia?
That? I'm talking about Croatia, but then we can't write off Japan as well.
Yeah, listen, Japan beat Germany and Spain and top their group, mate. They don't fear anyone. And this is a dangerous game for Croatia. All of the things you just listed about Croatia, 100% agree with. You look at Kovacic, you look at Modric, you look at Perisic. These are top players. Exactly, Kramaric. Exactly.
Scored 2 in the last game.
These are top players, man, who know how to get it done in big tournaments as well. So I do see them probably just edging it. But Japan are fearless, and rightly so, man. They'll give them a proper good game. And even if Japan, start losing the game, they're going a goal down. They've proved they can come back, man. So I like this game.
It's a good game.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think
someone has to go through tonight. We've not seen any extra time or penalties yet, but someone has to go through.
Do you know what? I'm gonna change it on the spot. I think there could be an upset there. I'm gonna go Japan.
Oh, let us know in the comments.
What have Lee and Abby done? Have they done that on their picks?
Do you know what? They've both gone for... Well, actually, so talking about the picks here on the DR Sports Prediction Battle, Lee Judges goes for a full-time result of Japan, whilst Abby thinks this one goes into extra time. She's gone for a draw.
Can see that.
Over 2.5 goals. Abby's gone for no. Lee's gone for yes. Kramaric to score any time. They've both gone for no, which is a bit surprising because he scored 2 amazing goals in the last game, which I was at against Canada. They also think there's going to be a bit of a card fest in this one, both to receive over 1.5 cards. And then we've also got their picks for Brazil versus South Korea as well. They're both back in Brazil. Okay, now, listen, South Korea really did get through by the absolute skin of their teeth. I was at that game as well, but they're both back in Brazil, as I think most people would, to be honest with you. Richarlison to score any time. Abby has not backed her boy. She says no. And so is Lee, obviously, due to the Spurs connection.
Lee is so predictable with any player who don't play for Arsenal.
I could pick all these 4 on behalf of Lee, right? Because we're in the WhatsApp group that they come through every day. We're seeing the same old stuff from Lee, but big him up, man. Absolutely.
Big
Brazil
up,
to receive over 1.5 cards. They've both gone for yes as well. So if you guys at home want to take on Abby, take on Lee, try and beat them as well, make sure you use the QR code on screen now. It's probably around here. And also the link in the description takes you straight to download the app as well. It's a lot of fun, guys. There is a lot of money to be won as well. So make sure that you do get involved and try and beat the guys, because a lot of people have. Right? I'm seeing in the app a lot of people have beaten Lee and Abby, so make sure that you're one of them as well. And get amongst it. He's done it again. Big up to Lee. Right, let's talk very quickly then about Brazil and South Korea. This is the 8th meeting between the two teams, the first ever competitive one though, and Brazil have won 6 of the previous 7 matches. They actually played them in June.
Oh really?
In a friendly, and it was 5-1 to Brazil. Right?
Yeah.
This will be Korea's first game in the knockout stages of the World Cup since 2010. They were beaten by Uruguay 2-1, and they've only won 1 of their 5 games beyond the competition, beyond the group stage of the competition, with that victory coming against Italy in 2002, as we remember from the Japan and South Korea World Cup. Again, a lot of controversy around that game as well. But they're saying that Neymar plays. They're saying that Neymar is fit. Tite has confirmed it. But would you chuck him in, or would you maybe roll him out in the 60th minute if you need a goal?
No. If he's fit, mate, if he's in training and could take part in full contact training, he goes in. It's not Premier League season where we'll suss him out. It's a long season. We need him. We need him now. This is knockout football, and you've seen what they've been in the last 2 games without him. Okay, one of them was the normal team, and then one was they changed the whole team
and lost to Cameroon.
And lost to Cameroon. To be fair, there was underwhelming there. You know, a couple of bright spots. Martinelli looked good. I was at that game, but other than that, there wasn't really much else going on. They've lacked a little bit, and before that, they needed a Casemiro wonder strike to get past.
I was at that game.
What game? Who
Switzerland.
Was it? To get past Switzerland. So they need him back. They need him back desperately. I know he divides a lot of opinion sometimes. I don't get it. He's a world-class player, top player, and Brazil need him. It's as simple as that.
We've seen the pictures of his ankle. If you are Neymar, I mean, forget his ankle injury that he got in the first kind of game against Serbia, which I was at as well, which was a real fight, by the way. Not that much quality. He came off injured after 60 minutes. If you're a South Korea player, or if you're Neymar actually, are you thinking, one more kick to this ankle and it's gone again?
I don't know.
Or if you're a South Korea player, do you have that bit of housery in you to say, let me knock him out the game early doors?
Maybe.
It's a target, man.
Maybe, but I think if you...
he gets kicked a lot anyway.
I was just about to say that. He's probably the most fouled player anyway. He's
him
used
and
to
Grealish,
that.
probably.
Yes. I don't really think this is about that. I think South Koreans, are really hard-working, quite honest players. They seem like the sort of players that just take the game as it is. They're facing Brazil in a round 16 game, mate. They need to be on it. They need to, you can't even just focus on Neymar, because if he's the focus of it, and you take your eye off the likes of Richarlison or Vinicius Junior, or let Casemiro get forward. They've got threats all over the park and people to bring on. You know what I mean? So I don't see it as that. I don't think they look to go say, let's rough him up a little bit more because we can maybe get him out of here. They just got to just play hard and keep believing, because I tell you what, in that last group game, when South Korea beats Portugal, and then the Ghana-Uruguay game was going on, it was all about Ghana-Uruguay. No, we didn't. When we done that preview,
so I was at the South Korea game.
Yeah, we didn't even give that a thought to say, hang on, what if these lot don't win by enough, but South Korea do beat Portugal? No one even thought that. You know what I mean? So they're a team that just got slept on. So yeah, I think Brazil are gonna have a tough game.
Just one more stat before we leave.
There was way
There's
more
a lot of flies today. There really is. It's getting too much. Brazil have failed to score in the first half of any of their last 5 World Cup games. Right, it's the joint longest run without a first half goal in the competition. They haven't started well in these games. They've had to wait until 50, 60, 70, 80 minutes to really wake up and at least score a goal.
Yeah.
This is why they need Neymar back in their team, to unlock that defence early doors, right?
Agreed.
Because the longer this fight goes on, we've seen it with Korea, they slowly edge themselves back in the game, they get a last-minute winner. So Brazil need to start well. And I think they do that a lot more with Neymar in the team.
Agreed.
But listen, we're at the round of 16 stage now. We already know a couple of the quarterfinals. We're going to find out more today. And all the teams are playing for this. Well, not this. This is
that
tiny.
little thing there.
This is like the Ashes in cricket, isn't it? They're all playing for that trophy. It's a beautiful one as well. And I just can't wait to see how the tournament progresses. Like Flex said, I'm going home tomorrow. It's been an absolute pleasure being out here. A real honour to share the stage with you, my
Smashed
bro.
it, bro.
Thank you, bro. As of you. The team behind the scenes has been incredible as well. I'm going to be on the show tomorrow as well. We'll do the morning show tomorrow. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. And what a World Cup this is, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
DR Sports is entering the metaverse.
Welcome to Habbo.
Come play games and chat about the latest football drama.
Meet up with friends, meet new people, and have a great time.
I'll be there on special VIP days. Click the link or go to the website at habbo.com.